The purpose of this video is to show you how to navigate to and use Zoom so that we can interact with one another on Wednesday nights. So the first thing I want to show you is how to get to the correct place to be able to get to the Zoom meeting. And so the first thing you'll do is when you navigate to the mansvillefbc.com, it'll take you to this page, our home page, and there's a couple of different ways that you can get there. The way that we've been doing is you can click on streaming services, and you would scroll down past Sunday services to the Wednesday evening services. You'll notice that now there is no longer any videos there. There is this button that says take me to the midweek live stream. So you can click there and it'll load you to this page for our Wednesday evening live stream. You can always go back to the home screen by clicking the Mansville FBC up at the top of the page. So alternatively, a quicker way to get there would be to go to online resources and simply click on the Wednesday evening live stream in the drop-down menu. It takes you to the same page regardless of which way you go. Now, instead of using YouTube, we're going to be using Zoom, which means we'll be limited to about 30 minutes. So that may be good news for you. But when you come to this page, you'll see there's a Zoom link here. Also, you may notice down here at the bottom there is a passcode. Ideally, it will not ask you for the passcode, but it may ask you for the passcode. And if it does do so, it's there. It's simply FBC, all caps. Now, this page may look a little bit different depending on if you're viewing it on a computer, if you're viewing it on a tablet, or if you're viewing it on a cell phone, on a smartphone. But regardless, there should be a button there that allows you to click, or it may show up as a link on your page, to click to join. So once you click, it should open up in another tab. If you're on a tablet or a phone, it may ask you to download an app. So you see here, it says that if you have the client installed, you can launch the meeting, otherwise download and run Zoom. Alternatively, they have now created that if you cannot download or run the application, you can join from your browser. Regardless of if you download the application or you run it from your browser, it's going to function essentially the same. I prefer to actually use the application. So we're going to download and run Zoom. It'll ask you where you'd prefer to save it. I'm just going to save this to my desktop. And then once it's downloaded the program, you can run the exe file. It may take a few minutes to install Zoom. As we're waiting on that, let me show you how to join from your browser. If you just click this button here, join from your browser, all it's going to ask you for is your name. So I could put my name is Joel McReynolds. Click I'm not a robot and join. And it takes me into the meeting. I'll talk more about this in just a moment. For now, I'm going to leave this meeting. You can see now that I have Zoom downloaded and installed on my computer. So I'm going to go back in to our page here. Oh, there it goes. Once it loads up, it'll ask you to log in. You can click to remember your name for future meetings. This will be set up as a recurring meeting, and so you can do that way, and you don't have to keep putting it in every week. Join meeting, and my screen may look a little bit different from yours because I'm the one who is initiating the meeting. But generally, when you start up the meeting, it'll ask you how you prefer to join. If you have a speaker system that you are able to hear, whether it be through your phone or on your computer, you can click to join with computer audio. An alternate option is you may be asked if you would be interested in joining using your phone audio. But we're going to do computer audio for now. You should automatically come up as muted, and it should automatically start with your video. I don't have a camera on this particular computer, and so you'll see it says that it is unable to detect a camera. But if we click over on the left, you can select which speaker you'd prefer to use. I'm currently using my Yeti speaker as a microphone. I don't want to use my Yeti microphone as a speaker, so I would need to change that to the correct speaker system. Currently, there's no one else on the call, so no one else is able to speak to me. But if I were to try to speak to you, I would need to unmute. And then now you can see over in the bottom left that microphone there is got some green that's moving up and down. So when you come in, you should be automatically muted. And anytime you would like to speak, you will need to click to unmute. You can alternatively hit the Alt-A or the space button. You can see who all's in the chat by clicking on participants. You'll be able to see a list of who is there in this meeting. If you don't have a microphone or speaker system, well, you'll need to have a speaker system so you can hear. But if you don't have a microphone and you'd like to say something, or if you don't want to interrupt what the current speaker is saying, you can use the chat function by clicking on the chat box, and you can direct this toward everyone that's in there, or if you want to have a conversation with someone who is just a specific person, you can click on their name. Right now there's no one else in this meeting, so there's no name to click on. But you can type in a message saying whatever you need to say. And then just click the enter button to send your message. As we're having our Wednesday evening discussion, I will have this tab open on mine so I can see if you have sent me a chat so that I can respond to that verbally. You can also have the option to pop that out to place that elsewhere on your screen. You can have your screen full screen, or you can have it in a window where you can drag and move it to wherever you would like to have it. By default, I will be recording all of our Wednesday evening sessions for publication later, so that anybody who misses will be able to be involved in that. And I just realized you can't see all of what I'm seeing there. There we go. Participants, chat, and share screen. Record button will be recorded on my computer for publication later. I'll use this share screen option so that you can see my PowerPoints. And then there's the reactions here. I've not really used these, but they are there if you would like to use them. At the conclusion of the meeting, or if you are unable to complete the meeting, you can always click the leave button to leave the conversation at any point. Once we've concluded, I will click leave on my end, and that will close the meeting for everyone. So if you would want to talk with someone individually afterwards, you'll need to coordinate with them on how you would prefer to continue to speak. But other than that, that's pretty much the basics. That's pretty much all you would need to know in order to function. There are some options with the video setup, but as I don't have anyone else on this meeting, and I don't have a camera on this computer, I cannot show those to you, but they're pretty simple, and if you're in the meeting and you're having questions on how to use the program, you can always ask, and I will address those as well. Other than that, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call me, or you can send me an email, or the easiest option, if you've made it into the Zoom meeting, is to simply post something in the chat. So that will conclude this video, and thank you for watching. Look forward to being able to speak with you in person or through Zoom rather than just recording and you watching from wherever you are, whenever you are. I look forward to having some interaction with you.